point was legitimate. So if it's too confusing and it jumps around too much, then please just turn off the video or ignore the video, but listen to the information that is in there because it's solid. It's going to protect your family and protect your business. This theme is to prepare before a disaster. Every hurricane in Florida, we have the disgrace of hundreds of thousands of Americans rushing to Lowe's and Home Depot and the other big box stores and getting plywood and water and other essentials to survive a hurricane. They have hurricanes in Florida every year, usually. When I was there in the 80s, they had many hurricanes each year. Patrick Air Force Base was hit hard. They flipped over a bunch of jets. So you live in Florida, you know you get hurricanes all the time. So prepare for hurricanes. You live in California, you get earthquakes and fires all the time. So prepare for that threat. You live in the north of the United States, you get snowstorms. And one threat that people don't take seriously, but it's actually the one that causes the most damage to property and kills the most people, is March and April storms. Those storms are fierce and they hit people hard because they just take it for granted that they're going to happen, but they don't realize is that lightning and thunder causes a lot of damage and the level of storms is unusual. So right now, the other day, the weather was 90 degrees. And so everybody was out doing yard work and so forth. And then the next night, it went down to the 30s. So the weather gets a little crazy. So just be ready for that. And when you need to prepare, you definitely need to prepare for spring storms. And these spring storms will come. So make sure that you're ready for the spring storms, as well as the hurricanes, as well as the fires, the floods, and so forth. And the time to do it is not in the week before or the days before or the hours before. So it's one of those fundamentals in civil defense that unfortunately is so fundamental that people gloss over it and don't consider it. So please prepare for the disaster before it happens. It's very easy. Just make sure you have enough water. I highly recommend water bricks because water bricks are just this amazing plastic container that keeps your water pure. You don't need to use Clorox. It has a wonderful spigot on the front. I would bring 1 gallon in for the kitchen and a 2.5 gallon in for the bathroom. That way your children can brush their teeth and wash their faces, and you can maintain your basic sanitation during a power outage or a flood or whatever. If you go to tacda.org, tacda.org, and go to the survival page, we have a number of vetted and very good items that are essential for your family preparation. And so I highly recommend that you do that. If you order them, you can get a pallet for like $187, and that's good enough for like 6 months to a year. The other thing I highly recommend is our electromagnetic pulse hardened USB drive. 5% of it is our emergency disaster preparation information, which is basically an academy we have that covers all disasters, and you can go through it at your leisure. And that the wonder of that USB drive is that you can back up all your essential data on that, and you have it. When I was talking about co-location yesterday, that's what large businesses do to store up their data, and they can get started if there's a disaster. They can get going. Insurance companies and so forth, they can get started the very next day. So highly recommend that. And also, there are a number of items on there, for example, personal medical kits that you can get now that you don't have to go through a doctor, but it has everything that you need to get your family through: amoxicillin, ivermectin, and so forth. So those JACE kits are on there as well. So again, take the measures you need to take to prepare before a disaster. This is something I've been emphasizing for 50 years. I learned it in my 20s and 30s when I saw the effect of the hurricanes in Florida and the impact of the floods in Salt Lake City and Texas and some other places. And the people that are prepared just do better. They recover faster, and they're happier. So work on that happiness. And I'll try to sign off now. I wish I could show you. I wish I could reverse this camera because it's absolutely gorgeous. The Mennonites have planted all kinds of crops here that are coming up green. They use natural manure, no fertilizer. Tractors down there putting the fertilizer down. And maybe if I reverse the camera, you can see this. Sorry, I promise not to make you dizzy, and I'm making you dizzy again. So anyway, I'll learn how to use this thing. So this is Bruce Curley. I'm the volunteer vice president of the American Civil Defense Association. Again, it's tacda.org, tacda.org. Lots of good free information there to keep you and your family safe. And I also do this Substack, American Tactical Civil Defense, which is more specific and detailed. And I especially recommend Turn Around, Don't Drown. Modern cars have their chips sealed in plastic, and so people now drive into floods. It's just incredible worldwide that people go into 3-4 feet of floodwaters, and it's not smart because even though you can drive through it, the weight of the water will pick up your vehicle, and you can end up dead. So if you go back in my Substack, there's something called Turn Around, Don't Drown, and that was the one thing I did that went viral. A lot of people liked it. So check it out, and God bless you all. And let's see if I can end this.